Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul is what I would definitely say an overhyped friendly boxing match. And people are actually more pissed off about the outcome than anything else. And hello there, how's today? I'm Ame Gakita there. So obviously today random chat, we are going to talk about Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul, the boxing match where kind of like a lot of people are overhyped and people are kind of like hating on Jake Paul so much that they hope that Mike Tyson will knock the living hell out of him. And the outcome is really not as what people would definitely say, considering that this is really like in what I would definitely say a ripped outcome. Is it really ripped to what you guys might think? There are people now saying that the boxing match was ripped from the start, and the thing is, right, the sign was all there. There was like a lot of reason to kind of highlight that being the case. And what would many people or maybe online comment or commentary channel would talk about that it was awful, it was pathetic, it was so wrong on many levels. And I kind of like can understand when I was like looking at a lot of video today before I can give my take, considering that I never really watched the full match myself. I only kind of like watched a few clip bit here and there, so don't really take my take as full facts or whatsoever. I'm just giving based on what I see and based on my own knowledge. So that being out of the way, it seems like a lot of people did kind of like talk about it, considering that even like Penguin Z0 do talk about a lot of situations that I actually agree on, like how a lot of people are just overhyping the match, how people are just saying that people just want to see Jake Paul get knocked up. And I mean, like, it is against Mike Tyson, the all-time boxing legend, with how he got a lot of move, how he's able to even like doing training, show quick jab, show strong punch along the line. But the thing is, right, a lot of people need to understand this is a man almost reaching his 60, not 16. So obviously it is gonna be a different style, considering that a lot of people need to understand what you should do in practice is way different from what you show in real life. It's not about saying like, oh, you can do it in practice, you can do it in real life. The thing is, right, when it came to real life match, when it came to actual competition at the time, people need to understand that Mike Tyson is just basically been kind of like on the attacking end. He had never really been on the receiving end. People think that, oh, because he always knock people out in one punch along the line. But the thing is, right, he's in almost his 60 already. So all Jake need to do, is that Jake Paul just need to drag it out. And it was a 8 round, 2 minutes per round. So obviously from what I do know is that when you have a young 20 plus years old versus a 50 plus years old man, obviously the stamina is very, very different. A lot of people need to understand that just because you train your muscle, just because you have 6 abs, doesn't mean that your age will not show. Father of time will always hit anyone, whether you like it or not. And one of the things that always take people as you get older is basically your stamina. So Mike Tyson in the match has shown that he did not have the stamina, more so that in the first part of the match, he was landing a few strong hits. But the thing is, when the few strong hit doesn't really knock up the other party, obviously you are going to lose the match if you drag it out. So that's why a lot of people notice that first few rounds, Mike Tyson was winning, but because he lose on his stamina, he is an old man. Obviously, later part he tend to get more hit in, because the thing is, right, like I mentioned, he had been training to be on the attacking end, not the receiving end. He didn't train himself, like Mike Tyson didn't really train himself to receive blows. So obviously when that happened, Jake Paul in the later half when Mike Tyson was very tired, obviously he's gonna get a few hit in. That's really what is shown. And at the same time, because he's already like stamina drop, you can just basically see that Mike Tyson has kind of like moved a bit sluggishly, which basically mean like slow, unsteadily. And I kind of like understand that because I have my own real life that in his 60 already. Going to the gym on a almost a daily basis is a good thing because it means it keep his health healthy. But a lot of people need to understand that because at the same time, just because you train muscle doesn't mean that your stamina also being trained. Training stamina is basically the cardio training. Training muscle is just basically muscle building. These two different things. So a lot of people need to understand that just because Mike Tyson do a lot of like fitness movement, all these things, it doesn't mean that he got the stamina to really last the full 8 rounds. More so, apparently it was supposed to be a 3 minutes per round in a normal standard boxing match, but because this is so what they call the old man clause apparently, so obviously it was reduced to 2, and that alone still not enough for Mike Tyson to knock Jake Paul out, because if he really can't land a few strong hits in at the early of the match, obviously he is going to lose, and lo and behold, it really did show. But the interesting thing that a lot of people need to also understand is that why would people say that Mike Tyson have a chance to win? Well, actually beforehand during the weigh-in, I can understand when people go and highlight that, hey, because Mike Tyson did slap Jake Paul once, and in a way, you can't really agree with that point. Just because someone slapped someone else in one shot doesn't mean anything. A lot of people need to understand that the reason why people believe that Mike Tyson still have a chance to win was because one slap that Jake Paul couldn't see coming. Like if he actually see it coming, he would be able to dodge it. But because he didn't dodge it in time, or he couldn't see it, obviously he got hit. The thing is, right, from what I do see is that just because of this one, right, there was actually sign in comment that I seen a lot of people saying that it was script, it was rape from the start, and there was already like people knowing from the get-go that it seems to be in favor of Jake Paul. It's just that maybe they're just trying to showcase that Mike Tyson have a way to give a one punch to Jake Paul and knock him out in one round, first round, end of game along the line. But when you kind of like look at in another way is that if this is rape and everyone start voting on Mike Tyson, who is going to lose out when Mike Tyson do win? The betting company. So the thing is, right, there is obviously people saying that it was rape, because if everyone start voting or betting on Mike Tyson winning, obviously people is going to win big apparently if Mike Tyson do that. But during the match, there was a lot of case where Mike Tyson withheld his move. Same thing for Jake Paul. Both of them withheld their move. Like, it's not really a boxing match really where everyone just throw every punch and hope that one land and give a knockout punch along the line. It's really like they are showing like restraint, because if Jake Paul show his full strength, obviously it will not look good, because it just basically people will make fun of him saying that, hey, you are just fighting at, oh man, what's so great about that? But if Mike Tyson really kind of like want to showcase that if he withdraw, there is a lot of people would say that, yeah, why would you not show this kind of strong move when in the first place you are going to get paid anyway? And 20 million per round, per match, sorry, obviously is a lot of money. And to Mike Tyson, it's just basically that if there's really like no clause where you win your prince get double. It's just basically if you win or lose, you're gonna get the same amount. So to Mike Tyson, to him, it's just basically a big paycheck. And obviously at the same time, if he being paid, obviously the backing company can just bet on him to say that just lose the match, just don't think about it. And obviously people are going to make money from it. At the end of the day, the bigger winner is definitely Jake Paul and Mike Tyson, because they got paid. And another company is basically the betting company. So obviously they are win big because everyone lose money. And the one that is winning is basically people who vote or bet on Jake Paul to win. And if you do kind of like bet on the part where will he knock out Mike Tyson, obviously you're going to lose on that, because it's like there's no way that is gonna happen. If he do knock out Mike Tyson, not looking good for him. So the only way, like as I predicted, was to win by voting, and that was the best way to go, to be honest, right? It's kind of funny that during the match and the last round, Jake Paul out of nowhere decided to show respect to Mike Tyson, and I was like, where the BS? Where's the moment where he slapped you and say you gonna kill the old man along the line? It's like, dude, where's that go? It's just basically it's just showcase that maybe they were actually having a friendly match. It's just that they are just trying to hype it out. They're just trying to showcase like, oh hey, I'm gonna step on your feet, you just give me a slap along the line, or we're gonna do this or this. It's like it's just an overhype just to get people think that, oh hey, because Jake Paul is one of the most hated people in the world, just because he's also the sibling to another scammer along the line. So obviously the thing is, right, when you have this kind of like things, obviously you want to get people looking into the match. And Mike Tyson is a boxing legend, we can't deny that. If I stand in the ring between either with Mike Tyson or Jake Paul, obviously I will be get knocked out in one punch because I'm not an athlete. But the thing is, right, it's really one of the moments that when you have so-called two boxer, one being a legend and one is just so-called love to fight old man, apparently by as deemed as many people. Obviously it is not a good thing, more so that the sibling himself, Logan Paul, or the scammer brother, is also kind of like have been fighting old people apparently. So it's kind of like when you have like people fighting against, they say, oh, they win against people. Yeah, they win against older people, not against, like, it's not like people their age. People their age, there's a reason why, like, when you are fighting people your age, it's just basically that there's no way to deny that if the person didn't train, it means that the person didn't train on their stamina, all these things. But you are fighting people who is older, where the stamina may play a huge part, or maybe their reaction may play a huge part if you have to go that route as well. Obviously it is not going to look good. And now the thing is, right, apparently that Mike Tyson said that he want to have a fight with Logan Paul as well. Yeah. It would be best that Logan Paul don't never say that he do the same thing as Jay at the same time, because in a way, if this is just another friendly match, obviously this is not a match I will not be watching. The last time when the thing is, right, I took my time to watch the clip beat, all these thing of Mike versus Jay. Sorry. The thing is, right, it's really a good thing that I did not watch it. I only watched the clip bit, because another reason that got a lot of people talking about is that apparently Netflix couldn't work properly. Amazing. So the thing is, right, another thing that got a lot of people mad about it is that there was like a lot of buffering, because like the number of people trying to watch the match on Netflix, and it was the only way to watch online. Obviously people have to, like, you have to imagine, you have to like pay like $13 US to watch with no ads. To some people may say like it's worth it, because it's like you have to imagine you have to pay thousands to watch the match. But when the server have so many people watching it and it kind of like crash the server in some way, somehow, somewhat, obviously it is not looking good for Netflix. And it's really one of the moments where people say that being a streamer is hard, because people can't even watch your stream along the line. But what makes it even more funny is that a person with using a phone, showing the match on from only one angle, it really does show a lot. So even like a person who got 6.6 million people watching it is like just show how bad Netflix is with their streaming service, and obviously it's not looking good. And the thing is, right, during the match, some of the TV I saw, it really does showcase that Mike Tyson is not moving as he's supposed to be, and it's just that in a way from what I can see, definitely I don't think he really trained himself for to be on the receiving end. And because you have to understand one thing, when you go to a real life fight, just because you can keep attacking a dummy or someone who is not going to attack you in return, obviously you won't be like, you can either go in, or even if people punch you, it's not like they're going to hit you hard. But in real life boxing, you are going to get hit hard, you're going to get punched, you may get the win out. So it really does showcase that a lot of people need to understand that this kind of match was real from the start. It was as what a lot of people would not expect. It's basically Mike Tyson losing. To me, it was kind of like predictable, because the thing is, right, he is an old man. If I get in the match with him, will I get one knockout punch? Obviously, I'm not a athlete, like I mentioned, I'm not a boxer. But on the other hand, people need to understand one thing is that just because he's in a fight with someone that a lot of people hope to get punched in one shot, doesn't mean that he will do it. As well as that, it seems that even though he landed quite a few nice punches, you can just see basically that he was not moving accordingly to what he was as he's in prime, where he just non-stop punching. It just seemed like he been told, don't hit too far, it's just a friendly match, okay? And also make sure you lose, don't land too much hit, because the betting company are gonna make huge butt out of it, and you can maybe get a few share along the line. maybe that is what people speculate. Maybe that is what I also think as well. Who knows? But the one thing is, again, take that with a few pins of salt and throw the salt at the screen if you need to. But at the end of the day, whatever I say is to technically my speculator. It's just a random chat. So whether you agree, disagree, you got your own point of view, you got your own moment to talk about, right in the comment section, we can discuss it further. If not, if you do like this video, don't forget to press the like button and subscribe for more random chat where I talk about stuff that sometimes makes sense, doesn't make sense, or random at times. But the one thing I hope that is not random for you guys is have a nice day or night. Bye.